We've been covering the best primary weapons most of the time on this channel, but we rarely talk about secondary weapons. Well, today we'll go over the best secondary weapons to use, and take note that this isn't really a top 5 list, but more like the 5 best secondary weapons you can use depending on what you need. First up, we have the Thumper. It's something that you can use with everything, and it gives you 2 contact grenades. And you probably know how good it is already if you ever faced it in ranked. It's good because you can shoot far away, and on some maps like Crash, Firing Range, Standoff, or even Slums, there's plenty of vehicles you can destroy with your Thumper. And knowing that players usually use them as cover, you'll get a free kill thanks to the vehicle explosion. If you can't blow up vehicles, you can just shoot at players directly, and if the projectile doesn't land too far from the player, you'll get the kill even if he has a flak jacket on, which is a bit OP. Thanks to the hit delay it has, you can even sometimes shoot almost directly on the ground without getting killed. Don't do that if you're moving forward or if you're 1 HP because you'll get killed. But if you're going backwards and you shoot on the ground, you can survive your own explosion and get the kill at the same time. Next up, we got the 50GS. It's a pocket SKS that you can use with everything, but it's especially good with shotguns. Let me explain. Of course, you know that shotguns aren't that great at longer ranges unless you're using a BY-15 with slugs, but then it's not really a shotgun. And even in closer ranges, there are times where you can hit marker with a shotgun and do around 60 to 70 damage. The 50GS can 2-shot in long range, which can really help if you're using a shotgun on long range maps. If you get a hit marker, you can just finish the kill with 1 shot using the Deagle most of the time. Even if you aren't using a shotgun, it still is a great secondary weapon because you can always 2-shot an enemy and 1-shot in the head in close range. It might be something hard to achieve, but the 50GS has a huge aim assist, kinda like the M4 in BR, which helps a lot to hit your shots, and for some reason it helps to hit headshots too. Here's the Gunsmith build we use for it. You can decide to go with an extended barrel instead of the granulated grip tape for more range if you're using it with a shotgun. After the pocket SKS that you can use with a shotgun, let's talk about the pocket shotgun that you can use with an SKS. It's none other than the Shorty, and it was the greatest secondary when it got released, with an absurd 1-shot potential. After a nerf, then a buff, it is what it is now. Well, it's not too bad because it has a 1-shot potential in ultra close range and a great 2-shot potential that can go up to around 15 meters. It's a great option to use with snipers, switching to the Shorty to get the kill whenever you get a hit marker. It's also great with a semi-auto weapon. Say you're using an SKS, then you find yourself in a close range gunfight where you're clearly disadvantaged. The Shorty will really come in handy. Or you can decide to use it as a true shotgun and use it in close range with a flex weapon like a Bison, a CBR4, or an AR. For example, on standoff P2, inside P2 you can use the Shorty, and when you're on top you can just use your main weapon for long range gunfights. It might take you a bit of time to get used to switching from the Shorty to your main weapon in the right situation, but it's definitely something that can level up your gameplay. Here's the Gunsmith we use for it. You can use both the tactical laser and the 5MW laser, but the tactical laser increases the 2-shot capability while ADS significantly, and that's why we use it. Next up, the MW11. It has always been the best secondary to use with a sniper because after a hit marker, you can pull it out and spam to finish your kill. It's a great choice in general since it was a 3-shot in close range, and it does really high damage to the head, giving you the ability to get 2 shots in its first range. It also has a great hipfire accuracy and an okay fire rate, which makes it one of the easiest to use in general. Here's the Gunsmith we use for it. I didn't spend much time talking about the MW11 because there's actually one other secondary that we can use for the same purpose, and it's none other than the newly released Dobra. Well, if you thought that the MW11 was a pocket SMG, you might be shocked by the Dobra having 888 RPM, which is incredibly fast compared to the MW11. It has a great hipfire accuracy considering its fire rate, and the most important part, it has not 20 bullets like the MW11, not 50 bullets like the CBR4, but 80 bullets per mag. Yep, like the Cordite. On top of that, the reload speed is even faster than a Cordite. After the 16 meter mark, the damages just falls off, but up to 16 meters, it's a great secondary and probably one of the stupidest in this list since you can just spam 80 bullets after the main weapon runs out of ammo. You can use the Akimbo perk on the Dobra, but Akimbo in general received a nerf after we had the Fennec Akimbo and the 50GS Akimbo, and equipping it just ruins the damages, being only decent between 0 to 3 meters, where a melee weapon, a Shorty, or even a single Dobra would be as effective as the Akimbo. All the stats shots mentioned are based from this gunsmith and is the one we recommend. Just keep in mind that in general for secondary weapons, depending on how you want to use it, you can modify the gunsmith a lot apart from the shorty, which is a pocket shotgun. What's your favorite secondary weapon? Let us know down in the comments below. Do you struggle getting kills in COD Mobile? Here's 2 tips that can double your kills from a pro player in COD Mobile. Watch it right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.